For the second day in a row, one or more superstars have been released from NXT, and today's the biggest one of them all. WWE releases the Velveteen Dream. Let's get into this first story in the wrestling news and rumors. Velveteen Dream has reportedly been released from his NXT contract. There's no words on details surrounding the departure, but PW Insider reports that the Dream was released today. It was just reported that Dream was backstage for the Raw May 10th Raw episode, but never scheduled to appear on TV. He had also been back at the Performance Center in recent weeks after being away from some time, following some controversies and an injury in 2020. Dream had not appeared on NXT television since losing to Adam Cole in the December 23rd episode. Dream was originally signed in 2015, followed around the 6th season of WWE Tough Enough. So it's not completely confirmed that he has been released, but all signs point to him actually being released from his WWE contract. Now, again, they released a few people yesterday. Alexander Wolf being the biggest name, all the ones that were released yesterday. Today, Velveteen Dream, a shock. Well, not much of a shock, but a kind of, you feel the earthquake in the wrestling community. The fact that he's been released, how people don't like him. A lot of people, because of the controversies and everything that he's had going into the past year to 2 years. He is obviously a tremendous talent. Before all that stuff came out about him, whether it's true or whether it's not, he was on a meteoric rise to the top, and he would have been a game changer for WWE in years to come, continuing his run. He felt like he was going to become NXT champion and eventually coming up to main roster. Just tremendous talent. But the stuff, whether again, if it's true or not, the stuff that happened with him outside of the ring is what caused this release. Obviously, people do not want him there. A lot of fans don't want him there. So if this is true, which it seems like it is, Velveteen Dream out of WWE. Let's see what he does later on in his career, if he continues or if he just disappears forever. We don't know. But what a talent. It's a shame. Honestly, he couldn't, get out of what he was doing outside of the ring and stop it. He just couldn't. He just kept doing it. So, it sucks. It's a terrible thing that he did, if it's true. And obviously, he's paying the price for it by being released by WWE, and I doubt anybody's going to want to touch him after this. But let's get to this next story here, and it's about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay vacates the IWGP World Heavyweight title due to injury. This is a terrible story. He vacates the IWGP title due to a neck injury. New Japan Pro Wrestling announced today that Ospreay suffered a neck injury back on May 4th and will be returning to the UK for treatment and rehab. There's no timetable for Ospreay's return. He has vacated the NJPW championship. So this is terrible, terrible news. He won the title on April 4th against Kota Ibushi at Sakura Genesis 2021, making him the second person to ever win this new, merged IWGP World Heavyweight Championship when they merged the IC and then the heavyweight and they put it together. This sucks because he's only been a champion for a month. It was a major thing. He's also the Rev Pro champion. So the two of those things together was like, a really cool thing. He wasn't actually, I never thought he would actually ever be an IWGP champion and get to that level, but he actually did. He won the title, and this is terrible news that a month later he has to vacate it for a neck injury. If he's vacating it now, it must mean the neck injury is pretty serious, and I don't know how long he's going to be out, but hopefully he can maybe win it again when he does come back. Maybe, come back for the title he never lost type of storyline and take it from whoever has it, because it was an exciting time for him to be IWGP champion, get that push, get that spot, and it was awesome stuff. So hopefully he's able to recover quickly and come back and go for that title when he does eventually heal up and come back. So the best wishes to Will Ospreay. Hopefully he can get healthy and get back that title that he never lost. Next thing here, AEW won't change the name of the TNT title when Dynamite moves to TBS. I saw a lot of pictures on Twitter, people photoshopping the TBS funny little logo on the TNT championship. Now, they're moving obviously to TBS. We broke that story yesterday. Moving to TBS, getting a new show called Rampage that will start on TNT and then move to TBS in 2022. So they'll have two shows on TBS programming. Now, should they change it? No. I mean, it'd be kind of ridiculous for them to go from TNT to TBS title. It doesn't make any sense. Plus, I don't know, it doesn't have the same kind of ring to it. So I think, they'll keep it. It is what it is. It's still part of Warner Media anyways in the end. But again, it's a C-level network. But them still having the association of the TNT championship, which I was talking to my buddy Zach from West Coast Pop, and he brought up the idea they should have just made it the television title rather than putting the actual network on there. So great point by Zach there. They should have just done that rather than put the actual network, because in a case like this, now you have a TNT title that's not ever seen on TNT television in 2022 going forward. So, I mean, yeah, they should have just went with TV title. Makes a lot more sense. and it could have been more versatile for spots like this that they eventually got themselves into by going to TBS and making a major payday, but just to kind of keep them quiet and move them over to TBS and kind of change up the contract that they had originally. But let's get to this last story here. And it's an interesting one because it's about the locations for this year's WWE Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Now, interestingly enough, we're getting Hell in the Cell first on June 20th. It's taking place inside the Thunderdome. Originally, Money in the Bank supposed to be on this date, with Extreme Rules following it 1 month later. So interesting that we're getting Hell in the Cell now. Remember, that's usually like a closer to October pay-per-view, and it would be Extreme Rules, then it would be SummerSlam, and then the whatever September pay-per-view there is. So we're getting it now. And Money in the Bank is taking place July 18th, so it'll be the following month after Hell in the Cell. Sports Illustrated, though, has reported that Money in the Bank is slated to take place somewhere in Texas, while SummerSlam is taking place in Nevada. The exact venues of these events are still unknown. It's terrible news for me because I was excited. I thought SummerSlam was going to be MSG. I wouldn't be able to go, but being in Nevada, it is what it is. So I understand the Texas thing because it coincides with that timeline of that mid-July where they were talking about a Friday live event with fans, a Saturday, Sunday, a weekend thing, and then a Monday for Raw live fans. So this falls in line with that, with Money in the Bank taking place July 18th. I believe that was that weekend. It was July 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. So it falls right in place with that. So that Sunday will be Money in the Bank at a live crowd in Texas. Should be awesome to see. WWE had been considering Madison Square Garden, Texas, and Phoenix as possible locations for SummerSlam starting on July 16th for an episode of SmackDown. WWE will hold the shows on the road with fans and attendance going forward. So you have this. They're announcing these things. You should get a little bit more information in the next coming weeks. Probably by the beginning of June, we'll find out more or less what exactly the venues are, the exact dates, what pay-per-view will be. But it looks like Texas and Nevada will be getting Money in the Bank and SummerSlam this year with live fans in attendance. Should be an awesome event. Awesome to see fans back. Haven't had fans since WrestleMania 37, and they keep doing the Thunderdome, as will be Hell in the Cell in the Thunderdome. Those are the biggest news and rumors in wrestling today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember to drop a like on this video, hit the chair in the corner, and sub to the channel, notification bell. Stay tuned tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. news and rumors, and then tomorrow night as well, Friday Night SmackDown, our review and reaction. Check out the latest video I just put out earlier today, how the AEW Impact Wrestling partnership is not working out there. Make sure you check that one out. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one.